forecast called for colder temperatures and even colder wind chills today on the track at the Regional Training Institute, or RTI. Despite the colder weather, we found one runner who was making his laps. The track is a quarter-mile length, therefore 4 laps make a mile, but some runners don't quite agree with that.
Something just didn't seem right about it. As an NCO, we're told to look out for things, that gut feeling, that gut reaction. And the first time I saw it, I remember saying, there's just something not right about this. I don't know if it was from my experience in Iraq or just, my experience in the military, but something it didn't set right.
Other soldiers think the track is just like any other track.
I feel it's like a normal track. As far as me running on it, didn't seem any different than others. So.
The story begins when we started getting a lot of rumors about how the RTI track could possibly be a little bit too long. So we decided to figure it out ourselves by using an iPhone and a little bit of GPS software.
I started the GPS tracking software known as Trail Guru on my iPhone. I walked exactly 1 lap around the track and the results? 0.28 miles. This seemed worth looking into, so I talked to Major Freddie Crossan, who already had some experience with this particular track.
And it came up about, I'm going to say 7 feet. It was 5 to 10, I know, so let's just say 7 feet longer than what it should have been.
Crossan is an ex-track coach, so he decided to go by the rules of how a track should be measured by the inside lane.
So I walked on the inside of the track with the wheel to my right, so I would still be within what would be considered a lane 1, about 36 inches wide, probably 36 inches. It had the wheel about there, and I just kept it in roughly in that same location from the edge all the way around. And it rolled right around, and as it rolled over on top of the finish line, it clicked over to 1,320 feet exactly.
Sounded like a case solved, right? Well, I had to do some more testing to be certain. For this, I called on Cliff Wagenseller, who supervises maintenance at the RTI and knew the history of this particular track.
Part of it, the way that we ended up with the track was that we needed dirt in certain areas, and so that's the reason that you see the bowl in there.
We began the test where most runners would start and used an average running path. We used a calibrated and accurate distance wheel and carefully measured it with every step.
I bet we're real close.
Halfway through, it was looking like a well-planned track.
I still think it's going to be close.
And then finally at the finish line...
And the winner is...
The winner of this race seems to me the makers of the track.
According to that quarter mile, it should have been 13:20. And we're at 13:28.
So the track was only 8 feet long per lap. In a 2-mile race, that is 64 extra feet. Unless, of course, you stay on the very inside lane. So what could make all the rumors about a long track?
No, I mean, it's shaped differently than what you see a high school track or college track field. It's shaped differently, so I think that makes it seem different.